Hello, welcome to the latest breaking news. In this video, you will see important news on use of trending and breaking. Please like this video, subscribe this channel. 19 people who realized their spouses might be missing a few brain cells. So recently, Reddit user mu/gnompop8355 asked people to share the moments when they realized their partner might not be a genius. Here are some of the top voted responses. My husband was convinced that bees and wasps are the same thing, just at different times of the year. He thought bees grew up into wasps during the summer. I love him, but how? We were getting ready to move and were going through each room, discussing whether to take or get rid of the furniture. In the bedroom, I remarked that I would like to get new bedside lamps. The ones we had were from his bachelor apartment over a decade ago. He said, I can see why you'd like new lamps, but it's kind of amazing that the light bulbs have lasted 10 years. Dear gentle reader, the light bulbs had not lasted that long. He just was never the one to change them. On a camping trip, she was worried about parking the car on the grass because she thought the grass was going to grow, puncturing and flattening the tires. My boyfriend refused to eat basil I had bought from the grocery store because it was a full plant. I was keeping it outside, and he insisted that he would not eat dirty food. I asked what he thought farmers kept produce, and he said that they have special areas for food to grow that was sterilized, but my plant was not food grade. I just looked at him with a dumbfounded look. I didn't know how to respond. My ex-boyfriend once asked me if the return label goes on the inside or the outside of the box. He figured it out after I stared at him in shock. Found out she was eating half-cooked pre-made pot pies cause she broiled every meal in the oven instead of baking it. She told me she hated that her oven burnt the top of each one and left the bottom doughy. She would eat the uncooked dough regardless. I bought fresh broccoli, and my husband asked why I got one huge one instead of the normal smaller ones. He thought broccoli naturally comes in bite-sized florets. He thought potatoes never go bad because his mom always kept the bag in the pantry. I asked him if they ate a lot of potatoes, and he said yes. They have a large family with 6 kids, and it still didn't click. Love my wife, but South Dakota is not north of North Dakota. A girl I was trying to date told me that Spain is part of Latin America. And when I informed her that it is in Europe, she doubled down by saying she was a Latin American studies student and that I was wrong. My partner was grunting and groaning at the bin. He said, we need new bin bags. These ones you've bought don't bloody fit. I went over to see what was going on, and he had a roll of small black dog poo bags in his hand with one unfurled, trying to work out why it wouldn't fit in the bin. There were bin bags. He just picked up the wrong roll and instead of realizing, tried to get a dog poo bag in a bin 50 times bigger. She didn't know that a rhino and a rhinoceros are the same thing. She thought rhinoceroses didn't exist anymore because dinosaurs are extinct. I dated a guy in college who visited me in my rural hometown and asked what the animals in the neighbor's field were. I said, cows, and you must be shitting me level of disbelief. He proceeded to tell me they can't be cows because cows are black and white and these animals were all brown. I had to pull up Google to prove to him that brown cows existed. I could maybe understand if he'd been from a city, but he told me he was from a rural suburb, not a city, so I guessed he was just an idiot. Took our dog to get spayed after having puppies, and he got upset that the veterinarian put in the chart she was postpartum. He thought that meant the dog was depressed. We served in the Peace Corps together in Uganda. One day it was really sunny out, she said. The moon is going to be really bright tonight. I asked what she meant, and she said since it's so sunny, the moon will absorb all the light and will illuminate brighter when it's dark. We argued about this and ended up talking to her mother on the phone. She confirmed her daughter's hypothesis. We spent an hour arguing cows are from England and bulls are from Spain. My husband was feeling unwell and began Googling his symptoms. After a while of silence, he suddenly turns to me in a panic and says, I think I have pre-eclampsia.